Hey guys, Brad Fighter back here with y'all once again, and today we're going to be continuing on with our Horizon Forbidden West playthrough. Last stream we went and did the quest mission, Gemini, which was the new cauldron that we came across. However, unfortunately, a situation occurred there in our attempt to get Hesius and the Senate showed up, and things did not go so well there. Varl tried to defend and tried to take on a member of these, and that did not turn out very well for him. He wound up taking a stab to the chest, although we're not entirely sure if he's entirely dead or not. And meanwhile, one of the other members grabbed Aloy and brought her here, apparently. We're not entirely sure why. Who turns out to be one of the 3 or 4 members, I think, of the group. Tilda, who has brought Aloy here. We're not exactly sure why. We don't know what her intentions are. But that's what we're here to find out today. We're going to see what this is all about and why it was that Tilda decided to take a hold of Aloy instead of kill her. And risk everything, betraying the others. So we'll see what this is all about.
Just a few favorites from my collection, rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
So Aloy just stated that Varl's dead, so I guess Varl died, I guess, from what it sounds
My
like.
favorite pairing. On the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust. By Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. Mrs. Van Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single thread of silver.
What was it?
Not like Elizabeth, you are. Function over form. Its practical beauty is less important than its meaning. Created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith. Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All this was I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious when I thought you were. Perhaps some breakfast might stay.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, and the data channel you shared.
How perceptive. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, especially not now.
You shot off to space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? That means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching me is shame to me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it all, I want is to help you.
even if it means stopping your friends.
Especially so. Please, sit down. must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere, remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us humans. This process will kill every living thing. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
He's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tanakh, the capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned from everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way, one that only I know about, while Silence and my friends are busy battling each other. We'll take that way down. I told you I'd want to help.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
This was everything she was. I see. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them.
I'm not asking you to believe. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject these days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave a keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step, an AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just for wars.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated, and I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such a... But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't. She was very welcoming, almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me before bed.
I guess I know the feeling. How do you know about Silence's plan? You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focus to the ones who led the sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Varl.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming up Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it worked. With it in the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame and disappointment.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on her base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
Well, hundreds of Tanakh were cut down outside. Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into my base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation. passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fight. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one left.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. No, it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to define them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful.
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting through. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful than counterfeit. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy.
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to protect my interests. Despite that, and Varl would never want to stop me.
So, according to what it seems like so far, she comes out to be the goody two-shoe, apparently, of the Zenith. So,
What happened when Farzina approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to give worthless future to the rich. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing and Farah's machines were devouring things. So I accepted Farzina's invitation to a birth from the Odyssey. I wanted this. She didn't. So she wanted that.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them. Certainly. It wasn't until we were off planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultified, pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzina's original vision. A better future than that.
First of all, now they're growing the Tanakh. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice, sometimes many have to die for the world to grow.
Looks impossible. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
but we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Ada, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. Look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to lie and work on Marge.
Yeah. Yeah, I am, man.
I think it can be done.
I'll contact again next time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Gala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. Will be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Recall's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance tonight. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Alright. So, Tilda apparently is on Aloy's side, according to what she's stating. So, we'll see if that holds truth or not. Apparently, Varl has been killed. So, he is now dead. Apparently, taking the stab to the chest did kill him. So, it's going to be hard for Zev to get over I'm not gonna lie, she's not gonna be very happy about it.
No, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Right. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Alright. So let's get on out of here. Need to return to the base, apparently. So yeah. Well, oh well. Looks like we're heading out right onto the beach, huh? Alright, fair enough.
Spotted.
Yeah, goodbye, ladies. We're out of here. Alright. Don't be an asshole. Beat it. Okay? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. We don't care for you guys. Alright. Let's let them back off. Do want to get my hands on some materials that were back there, however. So yeah, crazy plot twist, freaking. So now we have a Zenith. Apparently there's a Zenith who wants to help Aloy, which is weird. I don't know how I'm liking this. I don't know how if I'm liking this or I'm just absolutely outright hating this. Can't really entirely say. I guess we'll find out as if we go further into this here. But yeah, it's definitely been confirmed that Varl's dead, so that's not a good thing. Zoe's not going to be very happy about it. She's going to be very pissed off about it. I can already tell you right now. Something tells me this ain't going to turn out very well. Either this girl, Tilda, working, Aloy working with her. Something tells me this stuff's going to go sideways, and she's going to get herself killed at some point. Alright, we need to get to a campfire here. Where is the nearest campfire? Alright, right here. Alright, because we need to take it back to the base. We need to get back to the base at this point.
It's got in that container when it's back.
Alright, let's go ahead and go. We'll go back to the... Want to go back to this fire here. I don't know where the fire is. It might be in enemy territory that we just ran away from there a few moments ago. It's looking like it's back that way. Oh God. I wanted to try to avoid this if possible. Yeah, look at that. It's past that freaking... that freaking Brustleback. ouch, you jerk. Oh great, it has to be right over there, doesn't it? Oh my god. Alright, let's go ahead and fast travel back to the base. Alright. So, now we gotta head back to the base and give everybody a heads up of what's going on here with this. With the situation at hand and the fact that Varl's now gone. So he actually did die. I thought it was a possibility he may have died. Like, I didn't think that there was any way he could possibly survive a stabbing to the, like, right to the chest. Like, obviously it was gonna kill him. So they waited to decide to finally attack them at the cauldron. That's an unexpected surprise. I would have thought they would have faced them like at the base or something, or would have found out their base or something. Alright, here we go. This is not going to turn out very well, I can tell you that right now. Okay, here we go. We're at the wings of the 10. Finally. This is the one where we're going to get the ability to override the Sun Wing. We've been waiting for this mission. We have been waiting for this mission.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey, can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Katalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So... After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when its zenith aired. The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me. One of them? Well, at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now? We're going to defeat the Zeniths and get Beta and Gaia back. But first, We're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zenith. We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Alright, so we're getting down to the last like limb here, guys. This is gonna be the final part of the game. It's gonna be the final mission of the game, guys. Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Wow, so this is already the end of the game? I thought it was all of her friends that died, not just Varl. Huh. So Varl's the only one who dies in this one, huh? Interesting. Wow, I did not know that we were at the final part of the game. I thought we were freaking I thought I had a little bit more longer to go, but I guess not. Well, good. Okay, so yeah, now we start Wings to the 10. So yeah, we return to base. Now we're gonna stop right here, and when we come back, we are going to continue on. And we're going to finish this up, guys. I think this is going to be the final mission of the game. So yeah, we're going to need to get everything we need, and we're going to have to fight our hardest here to get through the last part of this. So if you guys have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and comment below, and of course subscribe to keep up with all my stuff here on Gaming Industry Tactics. And when we come back, we will be finishing this up, guys. So yeah, till then, see you next time. I'm out of here for now. Cheerio.